It took us forever, but we are here. The Giants are picking 23. The draft is tomorrow. And I'm going to give all the boys from the podcast a shot at this. So here we go.
Hey, Bleed Big Blue. Tim from the podcast. Just wanted to come to you guys. We're finishing our mock draft series, and we're at the Giants pick. Obviously we've had picks from around the country, from team fan bases, and we got to our point now. Now, if you've seen any of the possible draft picks that we've come out with, pretty much they're all available. I know me personally, I did David Njoku, I did Jabrill Peppers, and Charlton. Now, I'm sitting there, been debating on who I would take if it all falls that way. And just going by what I know Jerry Reese has done in the past, I think if the draft board falls this way, I think Charlton is absolutely the pick. But the simple fact is, guys, he's 6'6", 277. You can't teach that size. He's got the athleticism. And obviously you know how much we prioritize our defensive ends. You see what we're paying them. And, it would fit nicely because he can learn behind JPP and Vernon while being big enough to rotate in at defensive tackle when needed to. Along with, he could just fit right in there when it's time for us to move on from JPP or Vernon. I think that's the pick. I definitely think we can pick up a tight end in the second round, even a linebacker in the second round. And Jabrill Peppers, as much as I would love that pick, I think it would be a luxury pick where Charlton just makes sense on what Giants do. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Bleed Big Blue.
Good afternoon, Bleed Big Blue Nation. Jimmy D, your trifecta. And ding dong, we are on the clock. We've had bloggers from all over the United States make picks from 1 through 22, and now we are on the board. And we can't decide who the fuck we want to take. And all these guys are spitting out names. Tim's got a name. Justin's got a name. Marco's got a name. This one wants that one. Well, let me tell you something. As you know from day one, I hate these mock drafts. I hate that you can guess a different player every other day that the Giants are gonna take at 23, and then guess what? You're right. You win. You got to pick it. Great job. Well, I, from day one, have had one name, and that name is available, and that's the name I'm sticking with. And that name is Zach Cunningham. I'm sitting at 23. He's on the board. He's my guy. I don't want Jabrill Peppers, who's going to get beat like a drum next season in the NFL. I don't want an offensive lineman that I'm reaching for, because the first-round offensive lineman in this draft blow. Give me a playmaker to put at the second level of my defense, behind this defensive line and in front of this secondary. I feel like if there's one position the Giants are missing, besides left tackle, I get it, Giant fans, but shut the fuck up, because it's Flowers that we're going to give that to. So when you're looking at 23, you need a playmaker, right? And our defensive line, they eat up a lot of blockers. And having a linebacker that can get from sideline to sideline, make plays, has a nose for the ball, has some instincts, we can do a lot worse at 23, Giant fans. So I don't give a shit who these other three knuckleheads take. Zach Cunningham, the trifecta's guy, pick number 23. And that's because I bleed Big Blue. Always.
Hey, it's Justin, a.k.a. Show Me the J-Money, and here's my take on Jabrill Peppers. Jabrill Peppers was a popular choice to go at the end of the first round in most mock drafts prior to his diluted drug test at the Combine. And now that he's submitted a diluted drug test and will be part of the drug protocol program for the NFL, a lot of teams are saying he'll slip even further, and a lot of experts are saying that he may go in the second round or maybe even the third. Well, I'm here to tell you that if he's there in the first round at 23, the Giants should take him, because Jabrill Peppers is an X factor. He's a playmaker. And at the University of Michigan, he played linebacker. He played cornerback. He played safety. And in that capacity for the New York Giants, he could wreak havoc. Put him in the box with Landon Collins. Put him at corner with Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie and Eli Apple and Janoris Jenkins. And let his athleticism show. He can defend tight ends. He has the speed to go step for step with wide receivers. He can make plays. And he's the type of X factor that Steve Spagnuolo would have so much fun putting all over his formation and destroying opposing teams' offensive game plans. So if he's at 23, you take him. And if the diluted drug test is the reason why you're not taking him at 23, then you seriously need to take a look at the other players on your roster. Because if we draft Jabrill Peppers, and if he smokes weed, he won't be the only Giant to do so next year. There are some other great players who are probably smoking weed, and we don't think any less of them. Jabrill Peppers is an X factor. He's a playmaker. And on top of everything that he can do on defense, he can also return punts. He's a 4-down player in the NFL. And if you have a chance, you take that in the first round at pick 23. The Giants are driving for 5, and this draft needs to prove that. And that's why they should take Jabrill Peppers from the University of Michigan.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Marco, and I'm going to close this out. I love the 3 picks that them dudes made, but that's not our pick. We're taking tight end from Miami, David Njoku. Why? Because our defense wasn't the problem last year. Our offense was. Yes, we lost Hankins, but that's basically the only guy we lost. We still have 7 rounds to draft, still some free agents available, and we're basically together. I heard podcast over podcast of James complaining we can't score 21 points. Well, take David Njoku, get a premier tight end with the 23rd pick, and then go for all the other needs that we could possibly have. I love the addition of Brandon Marshall, and we're deep into it with LeGarrette Blount. But why stop there? Keep adding the pieces. This is Eli's final run at it. We got about 3 to 5 years where Eli's going to be at the helm. Give him the damn weapons to perform. The O-line will pull itself together. You get David Njoku, who could block and catch. He's a smart player, and he's young. For those who say he's too raw, what do you think Will Tye is? You think Will Tye is a polished dude? I could be wrong. We could go with a defensive player. I haven't had a good read on Jerry Reese as of late in the drafts. But I think we've ignored the tight end position for a long time. We've had all these fill-in guys, Myers and Martellus Bennett and all these players that haven't given the consistency that Eli needs at the tight end position. So with number 23, that's my pick, David Njoku. Now, if we go with a defensive player, fine. It is what it is. But I want a player that's going to start a majority of the snaps. He has to play. But I think Njoku is the pick that the Giants fans want to see. They know Eli loves to go to a big tight end in the clutch and shoot him a pass. We've seen it time and time again. Give him the consistency at tight end that he hasn't had in his career. All right, everyone. That's it. You got our 4 picks. And let me know what you think. Leave a comment if you agree with any one of us. If you disagree with any of us, we'll all be in the comment section. Please, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. We'll be live tonight, and we're going to come on for an audio podcast for the draft, and we'll go over everything with you. Hit that like button. Again, hit that subscribe button. I'll talk to everyone later. Let's go Giants, and peace. Oh, I almost forgot. So in the description, you'll get all the links and you'll get all the information on how we got to these picks and see what the other franchises, who they selected in our mock draft. It's been fun. It's been a lot of work, but I think it was well worth it. Again, hit that subscribe button. Check out what happened prior, and we'll have all the other videos up there in the description as well. Now I'm really out, and I'll talk to everyone later on in the day. Peace out, people.